This conference will now be recorded.
Hi everyone, good morning, good evening,
Very good morning.
good morning. So we will wait for 2 more minutes for other learners to join and then we will start our discussion. So 2 minutes we'll wait and then we'll start our discussion. Okay,
Yeah,
thanks for joining.
better.
Yeah. Hi everyone. Once again, welcome to Isha Training Solutions. Myself, Saravanan Srinivasan. I'm going to take you through this entire journey of JMeter learning master core to learn this JMeter tool. So along with the Dynatrace understanding, we are going to have this session. So introducing myself, I have 13 plus years of experience in this field. I know tools like LoadRunner, JMeter, NeoLoad, Performance Center, BlazeMeter, and then I'm a certified professional in LoadRunner, JMeter, BlazeMeter, in all those tools. And I also know APM tools like Dynatrace, AppDynamics, Neuralink, Datadog. These are the APM tools I have experience as well. So I have experience in working with multiple customers, multiple technology. Yes. So this is my brief introduction. So without wasting further time, we will start our discussion on the course content, whatever we are going to cover as part of this course. So please ask your question wherever you feel like you wanted to get the clarity, because we are here to evaluate how we are going to learn this course and what are all the capabilities, what are all the key things that we are going to learn as part of the course. Okay, so I encourage each and every one of you, please ask your question, get it clarified, and then we'll move on. I know in this group a combination of people will be there. There are already performance testers who wanted to learn additional tool as JMeter, or there are freshers who wanted to choose their career in performance testing, or there are non-technical people, they wanted to move it to performance testing world by learning this tool, or there are other stream of work people, they wanted to learn this tool and then cross skill them their knowledge. So yes, I know here we'll have mixture of people. So I encourage each and every one of you, because it is your learning, you are going to do this, you are going to spend this time. So please ask your question. Don't think like whether it is a good question, bad question, or silly question. No, nothing like that. So I encourage each and every one of you, ask your question and then we'll move to the next topic. That is how I encourage everybody, because asking question make yourself more comfortable in the content. So that is my always I usually tell it to everybody, ask your question, then only you will get a lot of clarity. Because there are times we'll go for assumptions. Assumptions may be right, may be wrong. So you don't want to go to assumptions all the way. You ask a question and then once you're getting the clarity, you will have a clear understanding about this tool. So that is the reason I'm saying this. So without wasting further time, we'll go into the course content discussion. So here in this course, we are going to learn the core capability of Apache JMeter tool. Apache JMeter tool core capability we are going to learn. Not only learning of this tool, sharing of industry best practice. Sharing of industry best practice. What is actually happening in the real world? In real world, how customers are expecting to do the JMeter scripting, JMeter execution, JMeter reporting, what they are really expecting. That also we are going to cover. Not only industry best practice, we are going to learn the interview questions as well. Because I know in this group of people, definitely you guys are preparing for any interview or any discussion forum you want to participate. Yes, you need to know about the interview questions as well, right? So we are going to cover that as well during our learning. I will be saying like this is the part where you will get more of questions. This is a question you will be getting it. This is how customers or interviewers will ask the questions like that. We are going to discuss about the interview related questions as well. Okay, and also hands-on practice, lab practice. So which means that you are going to practice, learn this tool along with the industry best practice, along with the interview questions. All these things we are going to cover as part of the course journey, guys. Okay, so yes, I told you you are going to learn the core capability of this tool. Core capability of this tool. While covering the core capability of the tool, we are going to cover the in industry what is actually frequently used capability. Okay, say like when you are getting the requirement, what requirement? Non-functional requirement. Performance testing. The requirement name is actually called as non-functional requirement. NFR, non-functional requirement. So once you are getting the non-functional requirement, how we are converting that into script, how we are converting that into execution, how we are going to do the reporting, all those things we are going to discuss, right? So in that way you are going to gain the experience. In that way you are going to gain the experience because you are going to talk to the person. You have good amount of experience in doing the performance testing using Apache JMeter tool. Apache JMeter. Okay, so that's how this entire course journey is actually designed. That's how we are going to learn each and every capable. Let's take a pause here. Any question next to we are good now, right? See, actually saying this, there are external uh, uh, institutes are there. Okay, there is a website called B-Skills. Okay, B-Skill. There you can do it. Even BlazeMeter they are providing certification. JMeter, I mean BlazeMeter too, right? BlazeMeter they are providing certification. So maybe I'll give you a detail like what are all the certifications that are available in BlazeMeter and what are all the external certifications that you can. I'll provide the details. Okay. Yeah. So now coming back to the course content discussion. So first of all, because any tool that you are going to learn, you need to have the fundamental understanding, right? Because I told you there are college freshers are there, or there are non-technical people. They wanted to move it to the technical world. They are available in this forum, right? So what we are going to do, first of all, we are going to understand about performance testing. Performance testing. And then what are all the types of testing that we are doing in the industry? Okay, we are right now doing in the industry. Say like we are doing load test, peak load test, stress test, endurance test, scalability test, volume test. Okay, don't worry. Right now, I only gave the name of the test types. During our regular session, I'm going to explain what are all the type of test, what we are going to do, how much duration you are going to execute it, what is actually expected out of that test. All those things we are going to discuss. All those things we are going to discuss. Okay, types of test. Okay. Definition of the test, what we will be doing in the industry, how much of a time you are going to do the execution, all those things we are going to discuss. Okay, and then straight away into the JMeter introduction part. JMeter tool is our open source tool. There is no cost associated. So the introduction part of the JMeter we are going to discuss. And then JMeter installation. Don't worry, installation means it is not installation. How you are going to download, extract, which file to download, what file to launch, that part we are going to discuss. So JMeter is a Java software, right? Java application. So any Java application, you need to have Java home and path should be configured. So without that, mostly your JMeter or your Java program will not run. Okay. So I am going to explain that as well, how to set up the Java home and path. Java home and path, how to set up. And then proxy configuration. In JMeter, how to do the proxy configuration. Okay. And then in JMeter, there is a certificate that is available, root certificate, because certain times what will happen guys, when you are recording a HTTPS website, hypertext transfer protocol secure. So normal website will have HTTP, secured website will have HTTPS. So HTTPS website sometimes will have a problem in recording. So whenever you are facing the recording problem, how you are going to resolve that? By installing the certificate into the trusted root certificate. Trusted root certificate, you are going to install the certificate, right? So how to do that? That also we are going to discuss. Okay. So usually JMeter is actually providing 7 days of a default expiry date for the certificate. I am going to explain how to increase that expiry time also. Okay, that is also interview question. So I'll show you how to do that as well. And then in JMeter, there are property files are there, user property, JMeter.property, system.property. Like that, there are property files are there. We are going to discuss about that. And then how to do the browser level proxy setup. Browser level proxy setup. Okay. So I'll show you a small example. Say like your browser is there. And your application is there. Application server or whatever you call it as. So your browser is communicating to your server, right? Server is actually responding back. So in our case, what will happen? JMeter will be standing in the middle. JMeter will be standing in the middle. So how you are doing the browser proxy setup? Because once you are doing the configuration only, JMeter will become like a proxy server. JMeter will become like a proxy server. And then whatever the traffic that you are doing it in the browser, right? That will be captured by JMeter. So in order to do that, you need to have a proxy setup to be done in the browser. Proxy setup should be done in the browser. So I am going to explain that in the detailed way during our regular learning. How it actually done, how your JMeter is actually capturing, how you are modifying your proxy. After modifying the proxy, how internet will work. All those things we are going to discuss in the regular session. In the regular session, we are going to discuss about that. And then I'll show you a basic script recording flow. Basic script recording. Okay, how you are going to do the recording in JMeter. Okay, this is what we are going to learn it in the introduction part. I'll take a pause here. Any question guys still now?
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, I have a doubt like this JMeter and what we're doing like it is equal to like realistic environment where we're going to work like.
Sorry, repeat your question one more time.
Like whatever we're learning from this session.
Yes.
So it will like equal to the realistic like realistic environment
Yeah.
projects, right?
Yeah. That is how we are going to learn this. Okay.
Okay.
We are going to learn this entire course content, like how we are going to do it in the real world. Okay. So this learning will be completely used in your real world work as a performance tester when you are working for any organization. No, it will be used.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So for the question asked in the chat, okay. So usually you will be going to Apache JMeter website. Okay, Apache JMeter website, and under the downloads, you are going to download the latest version of the JMeter. So this is the latest version, 5.5. Okay.
Hello.
The one that we are having is also 5.5 only. Okay. This is the version that we are going to use it for our learn. Okay.
Hi. Hello.
Yes.
I have one question. We need to test different applications. Like only we can test Java application or .NET. Any application we can do, right? Using the JMeter.
Yes. JMeter is actually an improved tool now. Actually, if you would have asked the same question some 3 years, 4 years before, I would be saying like yes, very limited capability only available in JMeter. But nowadays it is not like that. Your JMeter is actually improved tool. You can do all kind of web application, HTTP, HTTPS traffic. You can do the testing. You can do that, irrespective of Java, .NET, Node.js, whatever. But if it is actually a web application, it will be compatible. Only thing is, where you don't have a clarity on the technology, no, that time you can do a small proof of concept, tool fitment activity. You can do it, but other than that, mostly it will support all the web application. Okay. How many positions in organization? It is depend on the organization size. Okay, but the recent trend is everybody is actually using Apache JMeter tool. Recent trend, because JMeter tool is actually free of cost. Okay, earlier people used to purchase the license for LoadRunner, purchase the license for Neoload and all. But since JMeter is actually a free of cost, right? So everybody started using JMeter tool as a performance system. That is a trend. Say like 100 customers if they are taking, more than 60 customers they are using JMeter.
Hello.
Okay. Yes.
So actually, I have 10+ years of experience in testing. Previously, I worked in Selenium, Java. So now I want to move JMeter. So will it helpful to me to change my career to JMeter?
See, there are organizations, they are providing opportunity for their employees to move from internal job posting, right, from one to other. And if you are proving your potential, yes, very good to move. This core journey will definitely help you to do that, because we are covering like from fresher to the master level only. So definitely this learning will definitely help you to do that. Okay.
Now, if I want to change from one company to other company, not internal job positions.
See, yes, you can do it. I can tell that answer, but the other part like this experience certificate or other things and all, it is your responsibility. But our learning will
No.
make you experience the
No,
candidate.
No, actually, I have real-time experience in 10 plus years of experience in testing.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, as you said, like no, JMeter is the open source where we can download and use it anybody. Like
Yeah.
whether it is secure and one more thing, whether it is user friendly.
What is it? Whether it is secure? Second question.
Whether it is secured with JMeter when we are working with JMeter, it is open source, right? Where we can download and use it. So is
Yeah.
it secured?
Yeah, secured only. See, this tool
So
is
it is,
not like 1 week old or 10 days old tool. It is actually more than 10 years old tool. Okay. There is no problem reported to anybody that the user is actually taking some personal data. This is anyways, it's a software. It is actually going to reside in your machine itself. It's not sending anything to internet and all. So in that case, there is no problem. Okay. So security wise, there is no problem in using this. Okay. This is actually allowed to only many customers are actually using. Okay.
okay. And it is a user friendly, or how it will be the tool?
Yeah, user friendly only. User friendly.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Which type of protocol? It is mentioned in their official landing page itself. Okay, if you are going to their overview page, they mentioned all these things in there. So web, HTTP, HTTPS, SOAP, FTP, database, LDAP, messaging, mail, native commands, TCP, Java objects. All these are actually the supported protocols. Okay. Okay, and then AppDynamics and Dynatrace. So we are having the topic. So we are going to see when we are doing a load testing in JMeter, how the data we are going to display in AppDynamics, display in Dynatrace. That is what we are going to learn as part of this learning. Okay. Yeah. So coming back to the discussion again. So we are going to learn about thread groups. Okay, thread groups. What is thread group in JMeter? Means you are going to design your test. Design your test means what? How many number of user you are going to run? How much duration you are going to run? How much iteration you are going to run? All those designing, the load criteria that we are going to do it in the thread group only. In thread group only, you are going to do all the designing of your scenario. So that thread group topic we are going to discuss with the different type of thread groups that are available in JMeter. We are going to discuss about normal thread group. We are going to discuss about concurrency thread group. We are going to discuss about stepping thread group, ultimate thread group. So why we are learning these things? Based on the customer request, you may be using different thread group, and during interview they will ask what is the difference between concurrency thread group and ultimate thread group. What is the difference between normal thread group and concurrency thread group? Like that, they will ask different questions. So what we are going to learn here, we are going to learn the different types of thread group, and we are going to get the understanding of the basic difference between these thread groups, so that if somebody is asking the questions, you can easily explain them. Yes, in this thread group, ramp up alone available. Yes, in this thread group, ramp up is also available, ramp down is also available. In this thread group, this is the main feature that we are doing. Like that, you can learn the differentiating factor. You can learn the differentiating factor. That is how we are going to learn this thread group topic. Thread group topic. And then samplers. Samplers means what? Samplers is nothing but communication protocol. Samplers means what? Communication protocol. Say like here I am talking to you guys. What is a communication protocol? Voice. Voice. So like this, applications are communicating. Systems are communicating. Communicating through what? It may be communicating through HTTP. It is communicating to JDBC, FTP, like that, how the communication is actually happening, right? Communication between the entity, communication between the two entity. So that is actually called as samplers. So we are going to learn about different samplers, how the communication is actually happening, and how we are going to validate your communication, how we are going to validate your response. That is what we are going to discuss it in the samplers topic. Samplers topic. And then logic controller. Logic controller means what? So I told you, right? The samplers are communication protocol. The samplers are communication protocol. How, in what order your samplers has to be executed? This sampler execute first. This sampler execute second. This sampler execute last. So all those planning, right? How the samplers are going to be executed, right? In what order it has to be executed, right? That is actually decided by logic controller. Logic controller. In which logic your samplers has to be executed, right? That is actually decided by logic controller. Here we are going to discuss about lot of different types of controllers. With the example we are going to discuss, practical example we are going to discuss how we are going to add these controllers, how we are going to get the metric in the different format. Because of the controller, each controller is having different functionality. So each and every functionality, how it is actually going to work. When we are running with the different controller, how we are going to understand the data, all those things we are going to discuss. I'll take a pause here. Any question, guys, still now?
Can you please come again? Logic control. What is logic control? I'm a little confusing.
Logic controller is nothing but in which logic your samplers has to be executed. In which sequence your samplers has to be executed. In which order your samplers has to be executed. Whatever the way. So which means that samplers, how it has to be executed is controlled by logic controller.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you very much.
Yeah. And then config elements. Config elements means what? So actually saying during the recording only we will use browser, guys. Okay, we will use browser during the recording. JMeter recording, during recording you will be using the browser. But during the replay, what will happen? You are not going to use the browser. During the replay, you are not going to use the browser. But your browser behavior, there are browser behaviors are there, right? I mean, what is a browser behavior? Usually, whenever you are launching something, whenever you are loading something in the browser, there are browser behaviors are there. What are all the browser behavior? Cache, cookie, authorization, header, all those things are actually browser behavior. Browser behavior. So all those browser behavior is actually missing if you are not using the browser. But during the recording only you are using the browser. During the replay we are not using the browser. Because during the replay your JMeter is actually going to be working. Okay, it is actually going to use the JMeter script during the replay. So during the replay, if the JMeter script is actually working, that time browser is not available. So your browser capability and all missing. What are all the capability I told you? Example, header, cookie, cache, authorization, all those things are browser capability. Those browser capability, if it is not there, sometimes your script will fail. Your script will fail if the browser capability is not there. So in order to bring the browser capability into JMeter, what we can use? We can use the concept called config element. Config element. Okay. If you are using config element, what you can do? You can add header, you can add authorization, you can add cookie, you can add cache mechanism, all those things you can add it in your script. So because of that, your script will not fail. So the browser capability that you are bringing inside JMeter tool using this config element option, and then timers. Timers means what? So if you observe now also, if you observe now also, I'm doing certain things in this browser. I'm talking to you guys, I'm doing something in the browser, I'm talking to you guys, I'm doing something in the browser. So there is a time gap that I'm maintaining between one activity to another activity. Okay, say like I'm clicking on this link, talking to you guys, and then going and doing some activity in the application, talking to you guys, like that I'm doing. So which means that what I'm spending some time gap between one activity to another activity. But in JMeter tool, what will happen during execution, if you are not properly maintaining this kind of a time gap, what will happen, what your tool will do, you know, first request, second request, third request, fourth request, like that, it will continuously hit the request. First request, second request, third request, fourth request, like that, it will continuously hit the request, which is not realistic. In real world, it will not happen like that. It will not continuously happen like that. Okay. So, in order to simulate the real world behavior, what is the real world behavior? You need to maintain a time gap between one activity to another activity, one sampler to another sampler, one controller to another controller. That is actually, you are going to use it through timers. Sufficient time gap between one activity to another activity. Timer should be added accordingly. If you are not adding the timer, then your script is not realistic. Your script will not be realistic. Okay, so that is the reason we are using the timers. This timers also we are going to learn 4 different timers, and in that there are interview questions are there. What is synchronizing timer and all they will ask in the interview. So we will discuss in a very detailed way during our regular session. We will discuss about in detail. Similarly, assertions. Assertions means what? Literal meaning of assertion is you are validating something, you are checking something. Assertion means you are validating something, you are checking something. So, in your script, there are things that you wanted to validate it. It may be the response received from the server. It may be the size, the content received from the server. It may be the time in which it is actually loaded. All the things that you are, even HTML things that you wanted to assert. So whatever the value that you wanted to check it, you are going to use the assertion. Why we are using assertion? You wanted to check the output of certain things. You are going to use the assertion. I'll take a pause here. Any question guys still now? So the next one is listeners.
Yeah, please repeat again what's in sense.
Assertions. You are checking something in your script. So you are replaying your script. In that replayed script, from the output, you wanted to validate something. It may be response, it may be size, it may be duration, anything that you wanted to validate it from the output of the replay script, that is called as assertion. You are validating the output. Say like you are creating one ticket. You are creating one ticket. The ticket, while you are creating, there is a message that is actually coming. Successfully ticket got created. So you can validate that word. Successfully ticket got created from the response. So if the word is there, which means the ticket successfully created. So if the word is not there, the ticket is not successfully created. So in order to get that understanding, you can use assertion. Through the assertion, you can validate certain value. Clear now?
Yes, I clear.
Yeah. So and then listeners. Listeners is nothing but report, log. Okay. So whatever you are executing, load test, endurance test, whatever you are executing, you wanted to see the output in the log format, in report format, right? you are going to use the listeners in JMeter. In JMeter, listeners are nothing but storing the log, storing the report. That is the reason we are using the listeners. And then pre-processor. Pre-processor means what? So there are times you wanted to prepare something, some script, some logic, you wanted to prepare something, and then you want to pass it on to the script. That is actually called as pre-processor. You are pre-processing something, and then you are pass it on to the script is actually called as pre-processor. Post-processor means what? Something is available in the response that you are going to take it and then give it to somebody. Something available in the response that you are going to take it and then give it to somebody. That is actually called as post-processor. Post-processor is a very important thing that is there. Okay, post-processor is a very important thing that is there. Okay, so that post-processor in JMeter we are going to use a concept called correlation. Correlation means what? Dynamic value handling. Some dynamic value you wanted to handle it means you are going to use the post-processor option in JMeter. So we are going to see boundary extractor means what, regular expression extractor means what, like that. We are going to see in the actual session. In the actual session, we are going to see in a detailed way. And then there is a concept called distributed load testing. Distributed load testing. Sometimes customer will say, I wanted to test my application from US, UK, Australia. All those locations they wanted to do the testing means you have to configure your load generator in those machines, and you are going to use the master slave method, which is otherwise called as distributed load testing, and you are going to capture the data. You are going to capture the data using the remote option, master slave option, or distributed load testing option. Like that you are going to use it, right? And then say JMeter, you don't require to run it in the GUI mode, graphical user interface mode, GUI mode. JMeter should be always executed in the non-GUI mode only. So here we are going to discuss if you are running it in GUI mode, what are all the things will happen. If your JMeter memory consumption is actually having problem, means where you have to go and do the setup. All those things we are going to discuss in this topic. And then web services testing, REST services testing, integration with the Dynatrace, integration with AppDynamics. These are the things also we are going to learn, and we are going to discuss about integration with the Grafana tool, which is a visualization tool. So that also we are going to learn. And then non-GUI mode. This is what I told you right now. Any test that you are doing it in JMeter, every test whatever you are doing it in JMeter, that has to be tested in the non-GUI mode only. That has to be tested in the non-GUI mode only. Because of the memory constraint problem, because of certain internal problem, you have to do it in the non-GUI mode of execution. Okay, and then how to generate the HTML report using the non-GUI mode of execution. And then JMeter is actually having internal functions that we are going to discuss, and then how to do the JMeter Jenkins execution, and then server monitoring, how we are going to do it, and then script preparation using BlazeMeter plugin. There is an external plugin that is actually available. Instead of using the JMeter Core capability, how we are going to leverage BlazeMeter plugin capability, so that you are going to record the script in BlazeMeter, and then you are going to customize the script in JMeter. And then best practices, interview questions, and then question and answer. So these are the course content that we are going to discuss as part of this learning. I'll take a pause here. Any question guys till now?
Yeah, please could you repeat that non-GUI mode?
Non-GUI mode. See, I told you, right? If you are running the JMeter in GUI mode, some memory problem will come. Heap memory problem will come. In order to avoid the heap memory problem, JMeter has to be executed in the non-GUI mode. Non-GUI mode is nothing but the command prompt mode. Okay, command prompt. So how you are going to do the non-GUI mode? and what are all the arguments that you will be executing. Say there is a syntax available. Okay, JMeter -n -t -l -e -o, like that. There are commands are there. That command, how you are going to use it, how you are going to run the JMeter test in non-GUI mode. That is what we are going to discuss in the non-GUI mode of execution. Clear?
Yeah, I clear.
So APM tool, yes, we are going to Gulam Sadiq, we are going to do APM learning. I mean, when you are executing that test in JMeter, how the log is actually going to be available in the APM tool. That is what we are going to discuss as. Okay, so for the learners who joined today for evaluating us, so this is Kumar sir number 8019952427. I am pasting it in the chat. Please take it. This is Kumar sir number 8019952427. Okay, so even those who wanted to discuss with me before, I mean somebody you wanted to discuss with me before joining the session, this is my number. Okay, so either you can reach out to Kumar sir, either to me as well. So 8019952427 is Kumar sir number. Anything that you wanted to discuss related to course content, course timing, fees, all those information you can talk to Kumar sir. So I'll even copy paste this course content in the chat. You guys can take it. This is a course content. Okay, so you can take it, and so this is actually a weekday session, Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday we are going to have this session, and this is a time slot. Right now we are having it in 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. Indian time. 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. Indian time. Correspondingly in US location and UK location or other locations. Okay, 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. Indian time. Correspondingly in other locations. Monday to Friday we are going to have this session 1 hour per day, and we are planning to have see more than 25 hours. We are going to learn this tool. So 25 hours of a session we are going to have it. So every day 1 hour, Monday to Friday we are going to learn it. Saturday, Sunday holiday. All these sessions are actually recorded. Okay, all these sessions that are recorded. Every day we will be sharing this recorded videos in YouTube playlist URL. YouTube playlist URL. Every day you are going to get it. This videos you are going to have it for lifetime access. This video is your video, lifetime access. You are going to have it. Anytime you can watch the video, you can bring the questions, we can discuss. Okay, so we are going to upload this, and then all the artifacts, supporting documents, softwares, anything that is actually required, we will share through Google Drive. Through the Google Drive we are going to share this the artifacts, supporting things and all we are going to share. Okay, so those who wanted to enroll yourself for this course journey, please reach out to Kumar sir 8019952427. And today we started our demo session. Tomorrow, as usual, we are going to start the day one with the actual topic. We are going to start what is performance testing, like that. We are going to start our discussion. So we don't want to miss any topic. We don't want to miss any interview questions. We don't want to miss any interview industry best practices or whatever the key points that we are discussing. Please enroll yourself for the continuous learning. We don't want to miss anything. For the continuous learning, please reach out to Kumar sir for any further information. 8019952427. So from tomorrow we are going to discuss in the actual topic itself. Okay, that is the plan. Okay, so those who wanted to enroll yourself, please reach out to Kumar sir. And I also pasted my number. I also pasted the course content as well. Any question, guys, till now?
Yeah, sir. Can you share it demonstration video?
Yeah, they'll share it in the group. You are there in the group, right?
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, President.
Yeah, thank you, Sarvanan. Regarding the APM tool, which tool we are going to cover?
See, we have both the tools listed, right? If I show you the course content, Dynatrace is also there, AppDynamics is also there.
Okay, okay, thank you. And any possibility, can we have this session move to the 8 a.m. or its fixed timing of 7:30 a.m.?
Sorry, any possibility?
We can move the session to 8 a.m. or its fixed timing for 7:30 a.m. only.
No, it is in this slot. It is actually currently planned because other slots are busy. I mean, busy in the sense like there are different sessions are running. So that is a reason we planned in this. Whenever where there is a session closed, that time we will start the other session. So if you feel like there is a timeline constraint or things, please discuss with Kumar sir. He will guide you. Okay.
Yeah, sure, sure. Thank you.
Sure. If you do not have any further questions, thanks for the learners who joined today for evaluating us. Thanks for giving me this opportunity. Definitely, we will do continuous learning with a lot of good understanding of JMeter tool level. So I hope we will all will travel in this core journey for learning this Apache JMeter tool. Thanks for giving me this opportunity. Thanks all. Bye bye.
Yeah, I have one doubt. Class timings is 8:30 to 8:30, Monday to Saturday, Fridays.
Yes.
Okay, Saturday, Sunday is no classes.
Yeah. Holiday. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. So with this, we'll complete our session for today. Thanks for joining and have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.